Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Beekyr and the keywords provided by developer. A few words at the start. Beekyr is a game that has another version of itself, which is around 10 times more expensive. This one is below $1 and the upgraded version is around $8. It's basically same thing but upgraded graphically, and there is a couple more stuff added, but it's the same genre and basically the same reworked game. For some reason I got this particular version, well, it's a basic version. This is what was first and then it was changed into this reloaded. But it feels downgraded. It's just older and it's not as good graphically. Very annoying thing here is that it has buttons from controller. I absolutely hate it. It should be there if you play on controller, not if you play on keyboard. There should be a choice, and I don't want those buttons here. They tell me nothing. I can't use them. So that's very annoying, but you can just click a mouse. Those two buttons probably take you to some web page. It started opening a browser, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna try with options. By the way, the game forgets that it's in window mode, so let's just check options. Maybe controls not necessarily, just see what's there. Yeah, Z and X, this is shooting, alright. So I'm not gonna touch it much. Audio, yeah, there is at least sliders. Of course, I keep the music. I'm gonna go very low with sound. Graphic options, yes, there is no way to choose a resolution. There's only toggle full screen on and off, and as I say, it starts in full screen. You have to toggle it off. It doesn't say, by the way, if it's on or off, whatever, and that's why the game looks like it looks. It actually looks the same on my screen. It's just that I'm playing it in a window. Yes, it's this small, but I can at least control if it's recording, and it is recording. It works properly with OBS, so that's at least a plus. And how to play, I'm not gonna touch it, it's very easy. Let's just check this one. Okay, secret levels, no. Max level, not sure what it means. Max level, is it the general number of levels? Like I'm in the 10th level, maybe I am. Anyway, I'm going back to just where it starts. I thought that the game has no continue, no load, but it does have a load button actually. So it saves after around 5 levels, I think. That would be first level, which is a prelude. Then there is like, I think it starts right after that, at the beginning of first world, and then you have to go through the entire world. It's like 5 levels, and then at the beginning of second world it saves. So I'm not sure exactly which level is it, but at some point it saves itself. You can start from here. We'll see if it has recorded my progress or not. I had only 2 lives left, so we'll see from here. And there is few more levels, so overall there is like 23 levels. That's what they say. I'm apparently in this 10th level, or maybe I made it 10th level. So I decided to give this game a second chance. I didn't really like it much from what I played so far, but we're gonna try from the second world. I'll go as much as I can, and we'll see if it's anything more than just a shoot 'em up and bullet hell, which it basically is. So let's try. I'm just gonna hold one button for shooting, Z button. That's all it gets you, right? So you just go pew pew pew. By the way, I can't set sound now. I can only set sound when I am in the menu. For the record, it did give me my life back. I have now 5 lives or 6 lives. Those are those bees on the top right corner. That would be my life. I'm not sure what happened. I think I died somehow. Something killed me, I guess. Yeah, they're gonna bomb me. I think the reloaded version is showing you the power of your weapon with a bar. Here it doesn't. And it's kind of harder than it was before, than the first world. There's more enemies. Probably if I hit something, I'm gonna die instantly. So it's a purely bullet hell game. Not sure if I have any HP, but I don't think so. Right. I'm just gonna go there. Right. Yeah, I died, of course. Yeah, one down. I have to take those. I have back my power. So in terms of upgrades, I think the only thing you get is this, which is more bullets. Basically your DPS is growing, sort of. Most enemies are one shot or two shots, but generally you get higher DPS. I'm kinda dying here. I think I can run through it, so I'm dead. Yes, of course. That's the problem. If you don't know the level, you will run into environment, because you can kinda land in a situation where you cannot well, you cannot get out of there. You cannot activate any shield or anything like it. So if you are going the wrong way, you are bound to basically lose a life. I'm doing very badly, but whatever. Okay, yes, it's definitely harder, this one, than the first world. I think this is the last level, but I don't think it's gonna save. So we would have to, yeah, we have to stop here, I guess. But I'll probably make another attempt. But it's not like I'm enjoying it much. It's rather annoying. Yeah. Just a bullet hell. Yeah. Once more. Once more. I'm gonna kill the sound maybe, because it's rather pew-pewy. So at least you get the sound from me, but it's not very fascinating. Okay, let's check the options. I'm gonna kill the sound. At least I can do it in the game, so this is helpful. For the record, I played other games like this, and I played better games like this. I don't know what's arcade. So let's go with, you know what? Let's try easy. Let's see if we can play on easy. No, I can't. Yeah, it's not available. So I'm gonna go back. Not sure if it was on normal or if it was on arcade. Right, I'm gonna be more careful about the bullets. Seems very bullet hell. So it resets your HP. It resets your life. Yeah, that was very stupid. It resets your life, and I think it also resets your weapon, because I have when I was getting to this level I had like 3 bullets and you start with 1, but at least you regain all your HP. It's kind of HP, like 6 HP, and then you die. So I can use that term. Usually I like when those games have some way of upgrading your character, your ship, or whatever, your just object that flies and shoots. And I did play a game, I don't remember the name now, but this is pretty much the only game like this that I have on my computer. And why I liked it is it was because it had upgrades. It had a lot of mountable weapons that you could put on your ship and make it different. So those games definitely need upgrades, and from what I understand there is no upgrades aside from just this firepower that you can get, those power-ups, but there is no progression in between levels. There's nothing to grind. It's just a linear 23 level shoot 'em up in a specific environment with insects, not some robots or spaceships, but insects. And I watched some footage from the reloaded version. Looks better. Generally it's redrawn and it just looks graphically better. I guess we have to fly there. Alright, so maybe I can conserve some HP, but I'm not sure. Oh, there's nothing to get here aside from just going through it and not dying in the process, not taking too much damage, but those points are meaningless, to me at least, because I don't like leaderboards and those score runs. They don't really seem very enticing to me. I like something else, some sort of progression that I can work for in my own pace, and there's nothing like it. There's only unlocking next level or not. And apparently you have to just be very careful with taking damage and getting enough firepower to kill bosses faster. It definitely helps to have higher DPS, at least for bosses, because they can do something like this, and now I want to kill them very quickly. There is no way to know how they will move. You have to react quickly, and the bee is not very quick, it's not very swift, so I don't see any option to react on time. If you don't know where the enemy goes, then you'll just get hit. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, like here I couldn't react, there's no way. I just have to tank it. Also, the game doesn't tell you at all when it saves, so you just have to be lucky and either finish the entire world or just quit at the right moment. Otherwise, you lose progress, which is very annoying. Alright, so you get score, which is meaningless. You get minion kills, which is also meaningless. It's just information, but it doesn't really unlock anything. Alright, so this is the other level. One is vertical, one is horizontal. I never know which word is which, so, well, I'm just saying. Different perspective, but the same shoot 'em up. And what you do here, you collect this pollen, this yellow stuff, and then you can finish the level. Once you collect it, you just kill one shot the boss. At least that was the case well, before. Hope it's the same. Right, I think I can regain the firepower. Is it 5 now or is it still 4? I'm not sure if I shoot behind me. No, this time actually we shoot always forward because behind shots would be meaningless. So now I'll be finishing with an X very quickly. I don't want to go too much. First of all, it's a big spoiler, but whatever. And that's how you kill him. Just another kill boss button, which is kind of weird, but that's how it works. You just kill the boss when you can kill him. And that was, well, I don't think it saved. It should have saved, but I don't think it did. I'm gonna probably go until we die. There is, I think, 4 levels like this, where you kill a boss and then find a queen, and then you have... Oh, by the way, it has runner levels, and I hate them. The game changes into a runner. You just have to go particular route and not hit the walls. So from a shooter it becomes clearly a runner. I think there was like 1 kill in the entire level, the entire runner level. I just killed some debris, and I think it counted as an insect. Alright, this is the typical level. Shoot stuff and that's it. Alright, I just hope we can do it. I don't know why I hope. There's actually nothing to get here. That's the problem. If you beat a level, it's really meaningless. You just maybe have some feeling of completion. Like, okay, I'm progressing with the story and beating the game, but it's not very fascinating. I would say the background's okay, quite okay. It's not the prettiest stuff that I've seen, but it's not ugly. It's like rather okay. Right, another boss. Can you use the bomb? Of course we can't. There's just this. I'm just keeping button pressed. I'm just keeping my finger on Z. That's the whole stuff about shooting. Super simple, I would say. It's a very super simple shoot 'em up with, well, I would say kinda interesting graphic style. Maybe not style, the topic, the theme is interesting. The style not necessarily. Definitely the reloaded version looks better. There's nothing to work for. Just beat it and then proceed if you get to checkpoint. You don't even know if you get to checkpoint unless you go out of the game and check where it's saved. I could try now, right? I could try if it actually saved after 2 or 3 levels, after killing boss, but I don't think it did. Now it's gonna be probably the runner level. I'm already hating it. Yeah, it speeds up. There is nothing. Yeah, there's actually enemies in this case. So it's probably gonna be harder. But now it's a runner because it's speeding up and we will have to be careful not to hit the walls. Right? We don't know where the walls are. We have to learn the level. I don't know if I should go up or down at a given moment. That's the problem. You have to basically know, or you have to be lucky, because otherwise you'll just crash. I don't know it. I'm just checking. If you don't react on time, if you're not going the right direction, like up or down soon enough, then you're gonna crash. That's the only way it can end. Yeah, of course I'm taking damage. Now we can spawn in the wall. That's the problem. Sometimes you can spawn in a place where you're bound to lose. You're bound to get hit again. Not sure what happens after that. If we just go to next level with 1 life, we won't be able to progress. So you have to also make this perfectly. At least it's short. Let's see if this is the end or just 1 more level. I think there's 1 more level here. Some interlude. Yeah, again, showing the game, the actual game interlude. I think I have to finish this one. Not sure how it works. Can we kill them? No. They will fly at me, so you have to avoid them. It's the same as first world. Just, I would say it's a mini game of its own. You can't do any damage to them, so you're just avoiding them or not. Of course, it's probably insta kill. I have only 2 lives, so it should save after this. Right, so this is the level, very short, and I think it's the end. Right, 4-1 looks better. I would say. I would say this background actually looks pretty. I think we should stop here because I'm not gonna go through the entire level. So that was like 25% of game. It's not long, definitely. It's just 4 worlds, maybe 5, and each one is kind of the same in terms of design. How the levels are designed, they are different, of course, because they are. One is runner, one is vertical, one is horizontal, and then there is this avoiding mini game of the birds. And it was the same in first world, so probably it's the same in every world. I'm just gonna go to the end of the level and finish, just so that you can see the graphics in this one. This one just looks better for some reason. Just the background looks better. The foreground is not that good, but background it's actually much better. I have like 700,000 points, which is completely meaningless, which is quite sad. I don't even know if there is achievements for certain amount of points. I don't think so. I clearly don't necessarily like this genre, but I actually played good games in this genre, so that's the problem. I actually have seen better games, and that's why I'm not really liking this one. I would definitely like it to be bigger, longer. Those games should be like 10 hours with a lot of upgrades, and this is clearly not what you're getting. You're just getting like an hour, maybe a bit longer. Linear, very basic shoot 'em up, which could be interesting in terms of topic and some graphical elements, but probably most are just very basic. Aside from background, there's nothing interesting here. And well, the other version is 10 times more expensive, so it's quite strange to just overpay, 1000% of the price just for better graphics. It's not the best move. It's kind of like playing a demo, but it's not a demo. It's actually a product that's being sold for money. It's not much money, of course, just less than $1, but still. I don't know why they don't give keys for the other game, because, probably would get better review for better version of your game, not for worse version. Hard to say why they do it, but, well, I'm just reviewing what I got. I got this, I didn't get the other one. And I'm not sure if I would like to play it. I would probably enjoy it more in terms of graphics. Maybe there's like at least one element that's something in terms of unlocking something or getting maybe some powers, maybe loadings. I don't know. I don't know what else can be there. I don't think the actual game is much different. I think it's also shoot 'em up. Of course, it looks different, but it's the same in its core. Like, this is kind of satisfying. A lot of firepower. And now we're gonna run into a boss and die, probably. Yeah, I guess. So what's the last level where you have to kill everything? Which you kinda can. I would like to have like homing weapons, at least a couple of different weapons, some upgrade system, some perks maybe, maybe different insects to fly as, with different mechanics. I actually played another game, and that was something about heart in the name. Void and Heart was in the name of the game. It was also it was more a bullet hell than a shoot 'em up. It was insanely good. I mean, in terms of what was in the game, it was just insanely good. Compared to this, it's like, well, heaven and earth, heaven and hell, more like. Right. See, it's always the same stuff. Like, yeah, I beat it. Yeah, I get some points, but that's like not very fascinating, really. There's just better games out there. At least 2 that I know of. 2 that I have actually on my disk. Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna close the main. No, I wanna go back because it's not gonna save anyway. Mouse doesn't work. Z works. Oh my god. What is this? Oh, undiscovered world is actually a world. So this is the third world, right? So I've beaten like 75% of game. Maybe it's even. I'll get it. Oh, maybe this is a special level. This is the last level. I'm not sure how it works. This is what? This is undiscovered because I didn't discover the secret. And this is fourth one. Very weird. But you could start. Maybe it's even the last level of the game. It's very strange. I would finish it so quickly. Well, maybe. Let me go back. I'm trying to go back. How do you go back? Wait. Oh, with a mouse. All right. Let me just check the names of the games I was talking about, because, by the way, it's opening something in a browser, which I absolutely hate. I always open the wrong browser. Probably I clicked the advertisement. Let me just check for a moment the names. One was Void. The Void Rains Upon Her Heart. That was one of the games. The other, I can't find it now, but I have it on my... Oh, Rain of Bullets. Right. So those are the two games I played. They are much better than this one. Rain of Bullets or The Void Rains Upon Her Heart. So if you want to actually play a good game like this, a good shoot 'em up, there are those on Steam. They are much better. They just have upgrade system, unlock system, much more interesting, much more content, like worlds more content. I'm talking 10 hours or more or in both games, probably even more, way more. So this is like an hour. Let's see how much I played, if I can check it. Yeah, I have 23 minutes in this game. No, it's it's 2 hours. Overall it's 2 hours, now it's 23 minutes, and we just beaten like probably 1/4 of the game. So this is like 90 minutes. Probably you can beat the game below the refund time. So this is kind of crazy. I mean, if this is the whole game, this is very little content. I am disappointed by this, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting much, but I was at least hoping for some upgrade system, for anything to work for, some stars, some unlocks, some achievement. There is nothing there. Yeah, it's cheap, okay, I get it, but it's a wasted opportunity, I would say. If the game was probably 10 times bigger, with a big system of perks, upgrades, unlockable insects and stuff like that, it could be okay, maybe. Maybe. It would still be simple, but maybe it would be at least somewhat mildly interesting, and that would maybe be worth $8 for the full version with better graphics. But for this, no, definitely no. How many points? I would give it 3 points out of 10, because I think it's way below standard. I actually played at least 2 good games in this genre, so I know what a good game, what a good shoot 'em up can look, and that's not how it looks here. Definitely not. The upgrade systems or unlock systems in those 2 other games were just worlds better. Yeah, of course, the basic gameplay is the same, right? You just avoid bullets and shoot your own bullets, so that's nothing new, but it could be done better. The version that is not here, the reloaded version, well, yes, it looks better, so maybe this one is just worth something, at least graphically, at least in terms of just purely artistical vision. But I would rather grab it on sale than pay $8 for it. I would rather pay like slightly more and get a Hollow Knight. It's a much better game about bugs. If you want to play a game about bugs, you know, $8 is already enough to buy a decent game on Steam. This one, yeah, it's below $1, so if you want it, I don't think it has trading cards, so you won't be getting anything back, but, well, $1. In my book, it should be 4 hours for $1, but it's like 90 minutes, so even that is too much, but, well, it's very cheap. What is done okay in this game? Well, I would say the shooting model is not bad. I think the character is the bee is a bit too slow. It's hard to react on time, but aside from that, it is playable as a shooter, but as a very, very basic one. So I couldn't recommend this game. Well, not really. I would just play something else or a better version of a shoot 'em up, a better game that is a shoot 'em up, not this one. Even if you want to introduce somebody to the genre, I would rather start with a better game than with a worse game, because it kind of makes no sense to show somebody mm, a weaker, below average game and say, oh, there is a genre of games like this, because that would give a bad impression. They could think, oh, so they are just this and nothing more. Well, I'm gonna stay with my other genre that I like more. If you want to actually convince somebody to start playing games from specific genre, you should show them actually a good one. And this is not a good one. It's just playable, I would say. It's very generic, very basic, and very uh, below standard. Well, the backgrounds were okay. Some backgrounds were okay, and the general shooting was not annoying a lot. It was just kind of working. You know, I was able to progress from level to level, but it wasn't fascinating, not even close to that. I was rather bored when playing it, but I wanted to give the game a chance, and I did. I played, as you can see, 2 entire worlds. I've seen probably the last world in the game. Maybe there's something hidden there. Maybe there's some secrets. Maybe there's slightly more levels. I don't know how they count them really, because if there's 23, I don't really know how it works. Is the secret one also 5 levels? So the game's actually less if you don't find the secret one. Maybe there is another page with worlds. I wouldn't say it was first impression, because I was trying to play it at least for a couple of levels. So I've probably seen like half the game or more, and I'm not impressed, to be honest. I'm rather the opposite. I'm disappointed really, because well, it doesn't matter what types of game you make. There are games in almost every genre that are genius, and you should look at those. Like you can say, match 3 games are horrible. Well, play Gems of War. It's awesome. I have over 1,000 hours in this. I mean, not in this game. I'm talking about Gems of War. So you can think that some genre is bad, but then you see one game that is genius, that is extraordinary, and you can completely change your mind. There's really no point to play, I would say, lower version of a game in a genre. You have to always look forward to better games, to games that are already made and that are good, that are playable, not something that is just mediocre or below standard and just play it because like there was no choice. There is actually choice. There's 16,000 games on Steam. Even if you wanna spend $1, you can spend it better. You can buy a DLC for, let's say, I don't know, Sword of the Stars: The Pit, for instance, for $1, and it's gonna be way more than this. Much more hours of fun, even from DLC for another game. There is just no point to buy everything that's there, that just exists on Steam, unless you're a collector and you just wanna try and play every game that exists, and maybe. So there was Beekyr. 3 out of 10. Shoot 'em up / bullet hell game in Insect World. I would say no recommendation here. Well, it's very cheap, so if you are desperate to get it for whatever reason, then you can. Uh, Especially if it's on sale. I'm not sure if it's ever on sale, but it's already very cheap, so it won't hurt you too much. But I would say it's a waste of time, to be honest. It's just kind of playable. It's not really buggy. Well, that's pun intended. It is buggy, but it's not buggy. There are bugs, but the game works correctly. But nothing more. Don't expect more than you have seen. I don't think there is some hidden mechanic in the game. If so, then prove me wrong and tell me in the comments. But I think the game is just this. And that's definitely not enough for me. So I'm gonna leave you with this. That was Beekyr, and I will see you guys in the next review.